and welcome back to my Let's Play of An English Hunt. Last time, we ventured across Scotland and mostly demonized this poor lookout, harassing him, harassing his dog, and ultimately knocking him out with a poison mushroom. But at least we learned that archaeologist Silas Bennett is missing somewhere in the Black Forest. So that's where we are going to go, where I'm sure nothing terrible will happen. Also, there are mysterious trumpets in the woods. That is also definitely not omens. What do we have here? We have here nothing. Is this a maze? I'm not hearing any music cues. Okay, I guess we're lost. We lost our way, haven't we? So it seems. And the fog is getting thicker. Okay. Well, let's pick at random. Ah, a room. I think I cannot help but notice that Oscar Koenig is missing. Oscar? Oscar? Damn it! A spiral. Oscar mentioned that the Order of the Eternal Wind used this symbol. I suppose the chrome deck we are looking for is not power. Can we meditate? No. Okay. Ah, another spiral. More rocks with spirals. I think I'm getting closer to the Cromlech. I would say this is more of a tuba than a trumpet. What was that? Although I don't really know much about wind instruments. Oh. I suppose this must be Silas Bennett. Oh my god! Professor Bennett! What happened? Run! Run away from here. I've come to rescue you. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm already dead. Price. John Price. Yes? He betrayed me. He left me at the mercy of them. Don't let... Oh no! Someone is coming. Ah, the cult. And a man in a mask. Two men in masks. He's died, my lord. It does no matter. We know he couldn't have stolen Taikid or the stars. We must find his accomplices. Okay, so I bet John Price has the colored stone in his lockbox. The old man from the lighthouse must know something. Make him talk, brother. Aye, my lord. Brothers, we have been over-trusting... What? Sure. We have been over-trusting in the task entrusted to us centuries ago. We underestimated the pagans. But do not worry. Taki of the Stars will return to all hands, and those who have stolen it will pay with the most painful of deaths. Search every corner of this forest. Cover the coast. Find what belongs to us and shed the blood of the looters. Go, brothers. Show thy mercy. I am terribly sorry to the owners of the site. Damn it. Damn it indeed. Okay, nothing to do but examine Silas Bennett. I must find Oscar and get out of this place. None of this is worth finding that cursed artifact. Can we smash him with a hammer? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, reasonable? Let's keep on. Uh-oh. The fog here is less dense. I must be near the forest exit. Okay. Oh, here's Oscar. A very stabbed Oscar. Oscar! Rip. Oh no! Use the mallet. Yes! I recognize this path. It's the way out of the forest. Oh no. Uh-oh. Let's shuffle our way out. To the gap. And let's smash the box. You deceitful scoundrel! The Scarlet Stone has been here all this time. Yay. Okay, well, we've got what we need. I have to get out of this cursed place. Not so fast, Mr. Moore. Please leave it where you found it. I think you owe me more than an explanation, Mr. Price. What do you expect me to say? But I'm surprised to see your life. You sent us to the Black Forest, knowing that the Order of the Eternal Wind was there. You wanted to get rid of us. I was about to leave this place when you showed up. This is a competitive business, Mr. Moore. I don't want to leave any loser. Oscar was right. You're nothing but a looter. Oh yes, your partner. He's dead. Well, that was the idea. You're insane. I'm just a businessman. What did you do to Professor Bennett? His last words were an accusation against you. He said you betrayed him. We unearthed the Scarlet Stone from the chrono in the hall. But then the Order of the Eternal Wind appeared to hunt us down. I wanted to buy some time. So I snatched the artifact and smashed the old man's legs to delay our death. That way, I managed to escape unscathed from that hellish place. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Moore. And let me tell you that no, I feel no remorse. There is an esoteric order that will pay me enough for that artifact to clear my conscience. Excuse me for not telling you the name. You have been so lucky in escaping those descendants of the Druids that perhaps fortune will continue to smile and allow you to escape from me as well. Although, I doubt that will happen. I'm going to meet the same fate as the Professor, aren't I? I have no choice, Mr. Moore. You know too much, and I cannot risk you compromising me. I won't make it easy for you, you know? Oh, come. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're nothing but a flimsy bookworm. The fencing and boxing you practiced as a student won't save you from me. I've been in a few wars, and was a mercenary before getting into this lucrative business. Do me a favor. It will be a dignified death, not the humiliating one you seem determined to have. This artifact doesn't belong to you. You obtained it by getting blood on your hands. You're right, but the end justifies them. Give it to me. Let's end this once and for all. Give me the damn artifact. You'll have to pry it from my... Yeah, obviously. Oh, what were you thinking? Do not resist, Mr. If you resist, it will be more pain. Let's mention. Do you want the artifact? Yeah, damn it. I have something else for you, you damn maniac. No animation for this one. And then we escaped, I guess. Ah, Mr. What? Mr. Quarry. Ah, Mr. Quarry. Back already, are you? And then? Nothing, sir. We've scoured the entire coast, and the places pointed out by Mr. Moore. There is no trace of a camp, nor did we find anything in that cave. But let's recap, Mr. Moore. According to your story, you've killed a man named Price, eh? In self-defense, yes. All that after escaping from a druid cult, thought to be extinct. This cult allegedly murdered an archaeologist and his assistant. I know how it sounds, but... And the leader of this cult wore a deer skull upon his shoulders. You don't believe me, do you? Would I incriminate myself in a crime for sheer pleasure? I'm telling you the truth. You can ask the lighthouse keeper. We talked to him. He is aware of that cult. Them, that's what he called them. The old Brody. He is not a very reliable witness if you ask me. He once called us because he found a mermaid on the coast. When we got to the lighthouse, that was nice sight of it. He said he returned it to the sea. The loneliness and lack of contact with civilization makes him seek attention then. Any other witnesses to your story besides the solitary old madman, Mr. Moore? What about the cromlech in the forest? Have you been there? Listen carefully, Mr. Moore. As far as I'm concerned, you have two options. The first benefits us both. If he indeed killed this Price, well done. McQuarrie and the like found no evidence, so there is no need. Just go back to London and enjoy your perfect ride. The second option. But the second option is not in your favor. Because I think you're not but a fanciful tourist wasting our time. I have just mobilized all my forces for naught. I believe you're mocking the Scottish police. But 1 year and I've been behind bars. So I'll be kind and give you the choice to take a train and head back to England. If I see you here again, I'll lock you up until you're out. How does it? Listen, sir. I didn't want to hear another word from you. McQuarrie, accompany Mr. Moore to the inn. It won't be necessary. Know that you're making a mistake. Just get out of here already, damn it. Bloody English. Murdering cult in Arizona. And he said it with full conviction. Forget it, Sergeant. That felt like he also believes in ghosts. He does. He does, in fact, believe in ghosts. Oh, and then we're just back to the lab. Hello? No one seems to be here. And it's quite dark. Are we about to be attacked by some cult? It would be very unfortunate if we were to be attacked by some cult. The box of revelations is nearly complete. I should assemble... It has been a delightful evening. Your success is to be celebrated, Sir Arthur. How did you find Bertolini's specialty? Excellent. Although I believe he may have been a bit heavy-handed with the pepper. Yes? I shall convey your feedback to Bertolini. I'm full. Where I've been, they served only soup. In fact, it was made with warm water. Professor? But you've returned. Is that Nelson Ward? Ah, Patrick. It's a pleasure to see you. Did you find the artifact? What? You've returned. Found the artifact. Is that the extent of your greeting? Damn it! I was worried about you. Where on earth have you been? Ah, yes, that. It's a long story. For God's sake. Are you going to share it? If you insist. However, I believe Mr. Conan Doyle might do a better job at storytelling than I. He has a knack for it. Did you know he writes stories? Yes, I'm aware. He is the author of Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock who? If I may, Professor. What? I believe Mr. Moore deserves to know your whereabouts during this time. Yes. He is quite an inquisitive young man. As you may recall, I took it upon myself to investigate the professor's whereabouts while you were off in Scotland. Allow me to recount the event. It seemed like the earth had swallowed up our... All I knew for certain was that his disappearance was connected to the money Maya provided for the machine's construction. So the logical thing to do was to get to the root of it by starting from the beginning. I knew who to talk and where to go. I suppose. I think I'm lost. Biology. I'm going to switch to my regular voice for Conan Doyle's white narration. A drinking fountain. I'm not thirsty. Okay. Excuse me, lad. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? Do you think I'm his secretary? What a temper. Pharmacology. Well, let's start knocking at doors. Locked. It's too late for classes to be open. I need to find the dean first and talk about the money Professor Wood misappropriated. I sense that that is the key to this whole affair. Let's talk to a different student. Excuse me, lad. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? You again. I already told you I'm not your secretary. Oh, it's the same student. You. Excuse me, lad. Yes. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? Yes, of course. He should be in the common room right now. Go to the end of this hallway and... Oh, look, here he comes. Thank you very much, young man. Pleasure, sir. Good evening, sir. Dean Henry Carter. A pleasure. Dear lad, my name is... Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I attended one of your lectures last September. Mediums. Contact with the Beyond. It was a very interesting. Ah, you're a believer. Of course. I've even written some books on the subject. Fascinating. What brings you to this university, Mr. Conan Doyle? Well, I'm trying to solve a mystery. It's about our mutual friend, Elson. I know it is common knowledge what the professor has done, but I'm afraid I must keep that information to myself, at the express wishes of the rector. And I'm afraid you should share that information, since I'm part of this whole affair. What do you mean? That money that Professor Wood supposedly misappropriated belongs to me. Well, more precisely, it belongs to my order, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. But it was an anonymous donation. Exactly. My order is characterized, among other things, by discretion. And I would go even further. That money was intended solely and exclusively for Professor Wood's personal use. However, he insisted that the amount be deposited into the university's account. He only wanted a portion of it to be allocated to his metapsychical research department. And as far as I'm concerned, I have every right to know all the details of this matter. As for the professor, it was his money. No one can accuse him of stealing anything. If that's the case, I suppose you're right. Well then, may I ask you a few questions? Yes, of course. Did Professor Wood have any enemies? I'm not aware of it. He may have had some disagreements with the other members of the university staff, like the rest, but that does not make them his enemies. Shall we rule out the rector then? Yes, please. I shouldn't have mentioned to him at all. The rector is no adversary in this sorry game. Has the alleged theft been reported to the authorities? No. What's the reason for that? We don't want a scandal over this issue. But apparently everyone already knows that it happened. So, unfortunately, word has already spread. But if we had filed a report, I bet anything the newspapers would have picked it up. And that would be a disgrace for this university. A professor stealing money from donations. As I said, it would be a scandal. Did the professor have any debts? Like what debt? I'm thinking that money could have been used to pay off a debt. His disappearance could be linked to this fact. Suppose he made deals he shouldn't have. Maybe his creditor collected more than just the money owed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Nelson was a very austere person. He made a good living as a professor at this university. If he had any debt, he could pay it off with his own money. So, the professor was a very austere person. Very austere. He hardly valued money. So it surprises me greatly that he committed this crime. I remind you that the money belonged to the professor. Yes, you already mentioned it. In any case, I was telling you how little importance he gave to them. For example, he could live in any neighborhood in the city. His financial situation allowed it. But he chose to rent a humble room at number 14 Dawson Street, in the West End. He is a person who has never needed luxury. Interesting. So I guess now Doyle is going to his place. Do you have any idea where the professor might be? I wish I did. Nelson is my friend, sir. What I want most in the world, right now, is for him to reappear and clarify this whole matter. Especially as rumors are already beginning to spread that are not to my liking. What kind of rumors? It is said that he used the money to run away with the medium Beatrice Shaw and start a new life together. Beatrice Shaw is his childhood friend, and she is also looking for him, by the way. If you say so. But Miss Shaw doesn't have a good reputation. She's a fake medium. She deceives people with her supposed contact with the dead. Believe me when I tell you that Miss Shaw has nothing to do with Professor Wood's disappearance. I would stake my life on it. I don't know. She may have an ace up her sleeve. I believe that's all the questions I have for you, Dean Carter. It's been a pleasure conversing with you, even if it's about such an unpleasant matter. The pleasure is mine, sir. Good night. The conversation with Dean Henry Carter was quite good. Among other things, it reminded me of a logical place to continue investigating. His residence on Dorset Street. I knew Mr. Moore that you had already searched him at his room. But as the saying goes, four eyes see more than two. I also found it striking that Professor Wood's alleged theft of the money has not been reported to avoid a scandal. But what caught my attention the most is that you, his closest associates, had not reported his disappearance to the police. Take no offense. But there was a better chance of success relying on them than on a university professor, a medium. I had a good relationship with Scotland Yard, so it seemed like a good place to continue my investigation. Right. Let's start with Dorset Street. Yeah, we're starting from the outside. It's an old Mustard Coleman advert. Not going to read it? Okay. A shilling for this poor tramp. Sorry, I don't have any loose change. Only bits. Well, ain't that much better? It's unjust that society allows people to have no roof over their heads. You taking me to your place tonight? We got it much. So what do you do for a living, mate? I'm a writer. Need an assistant? Could dip your pen in the inkwell for you, save you the trouble. I appreciate the offer, but I will go. Okay. What else do we have? A window. I can see no light inside. One round J. I don't have legend. He is an unbeatable champion. Well, formerly. I got it. I am not going to climb up there. I might break my neck. Who the hell is calling at this ungodly hour? People live here, damn it. And I am paid to keep things quiet. Sorry to disturb you at these hours, ma'am. Let me introduce myself. I am Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Oh, a sir. Ain't that fancy? You want a room, Sir Arthur? This ain't no Savoy, but it'll keep you from freezing your ass off on this lousy night. I appreciate it, but I'm not looking for accommodation. I just want to ask you a few questions. Questions. Could you spare a couple of minutes? Would have preferred you took a damn room, but fine. Shoot. I'm trying to locate one of your tenants. Professor Nelson Wood. Still ain't turned up. I'm afraid so. Can I finish in the room? Been done already. This morning. By some fancy lad. Mr. Patrick Moore. I will. Really? Then tell him he owes me for a lamp. Yes, I will. That's all my question. What question? Can I search Professor Wood's room? Perhaps I can find something my colleague overlooked. Now? Impossible. All the tenants are asleep. If they ain't already been woken up by your damn knocking, I will not disturb them. I'll be as quiet as if I were in the London library. No, come back tomorrow. It is a matter of great importance, ma'am. Important as my tenants sleep. I told you as much. Come back tomorrow. Did Professor Wood receive any visitors? None in all his years here. Did you see him interact with anyone lately? In what way? With a woman? Or with a man? With a man. Ain't that indecent? What? No, don't misunderstand me. I meant if you saw him with suspicious company. Until this morning when his pal came, figured he was a loner. How long since you last saw him? Last night. Heard him go downstairs. I was in bed, but his footsteps are unmistakable. Went out to the street, and ain't seen him since. So you were the last person to see him. Ain't seen him, heard him. But if anyone saw him that night, it was Rupert. Who? The beggar to your left. Always there. Day and night. I know he does it to put pressure on me. Pressures me to let him sleep here, you know? But this is a business. Hear me, Rupert? A business. I hear voices. So Rupert might be the last person to see Professor Wood. Exactly. Unless he was passed out drunk on that night. Or both. Listening, you old hag. Any more questions, Sir Arthur? No, I think that is all. Thank you very much for answering my questions. Your responses have been very helpful. Pleasure. Sure you ain't got any more questions? Not at the moment. Good. Save me from more damn knocking. Good night. Good night, ma'am. Let's talk to Rupert. Good night, sir. Coming to give me that shilling? Like I said, I'm unfortunately only carrying bills. Oh, I see. Tossing a coin to a beggar eases the conscience. Tossing a bill, not so much. I did not mean to offend you. Forget it. What do you want? It's about a tenant in this building. Professor Nelson Ward. Oh, yes, the ghost guy. A good man. Always gives me a shilling whenever he walks out the door. Not like you. The landlady mentioned you were the last person to see Professor Ward. Is that right? Saw him leave through the door last night. I ain't seen him come back all day. Did you talk to him? Did he say where he was headed? Didn't exchange no words with him. He was half asleep in that alley when I saw him leave. Some bloke was waiting for him. Interesting. Can you describe this bloke for me? Didn't get a good look at his face. It was dark, and I was more asleep than awake. But I noticed he was missing an arm. That much I am sure of. Left or right arm? Let me think. Saw him from the front, so it must have been the... The left. Yeah, the left arm. You sure about that? Most certainly, sir. Oh, also remember he came up to me and said something like, what was it? Ah, yes. You ain't saying nothing, understood? So he threatened you? Not exactly. What do you mean? His tone wasn't aggressive at all. So he suggested that you don't say anything about what you saw that night. Yeah, could be. Not all threats are badly sound. As far as I'm concerned, that sounds like a threat through and through. You reckon? I am a writer. If a villain threatened my protagonist, they'd likely use those words. Let's continue. Did he seem uneasy or scared? Who? The professor. Ah, no. Seemed pleased as punch that the bloke was with him. Actually, I think he was expecting him. Do you think they knew each other? Don't know, sir. Right. Do you remember anything else from last night? No, nothing else. Just what I told you. One armed man was waiting for the professor, and he advised you not to talk about what you saw. Exactly. You've been a great help. Happy to help. Conan Doyle, do you feel like offering a bill to Rupert? Would be mighty nice of you. I guess not. And I guess this is where we will end today's episode. And tomorrow we will continue our investigation, this time with Arthur Conan Doyle in charge. Thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye.